Come on, y'all.
Hey, hands to go!
Welcome to the Cheer Chronicles podcast with Rosie.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to our first episode of the Cheer Chronicles podcast. I am your host, Rosie, and I am so excited. We are here, our first episode. I cannot believe it. I hope the two people listening really enjoy this episode. This episode is all about introductions and the purpose of this podcast. So let's get right into it. I am a cheer mom and a cheer coach. This podcast will bring you the perspective of those two sides of cheerleading. It will give you a unique view and hopefully a full understanding of the cheer mom point of view and the cheer coach standpoint. First and foremost, we will begin with my most important job, and that is being a mom. It is a bonus that I get to also be a cheer mom. I have two kids, and they both do all-star cheer. In this all-star cheer gym that they are part of, my oldest, who is 13, is a level 3 athlete. This is her first year on a level 3 team. My youngest, who is 10 years old, is on a youth level 1 team. They both cheer for their school's competitive cheerleading teams, and my oldest also cheers for her school's sideline team. So we are fully committed to cheerleading here at our home. So you guessed it, I am a crazy cheer mom because let's be honest, aren't we all? My kids have been part of our all-star cheer gym for about 6 years. We love it there. They are a no-nonsense gym, and they build amazing and trusting relationships with their athletes and empower them with the skills to succeed as a team and individually in this sport. I just think that's super important because they don't just concentrate on the athletes as as a team. They really get to know them as individuals. My husband and I are at every competition. The gym we're part of truly gives you a sense of family. That is their motto, really, is once a family, always a family. We all take each competition very seriously, not only making sure our kids are ready, but we as parents are also ready for the comp weekends and all the things that entails for a competition weekend. We organize send-offs and we coordinate outfits, not just for one team. We coordinate for the entire gym. We are just so blessed to be part of this gym. I have to say that one of the things that I love most about being a cheer mom at this gym is that we cheer for every single team that's part of our gym. So it's not just, hey, we're out here for my kids. We're out here for every team in the cheer gym that's competing during that comp weekend. So those aspects of being a cheer mom are awesome and amazing in my opinion. And let's face it, this podcast is about my opinion. However, let's talk about the other aspect of being a cheer mom. Let's talk about competition mornings. I don't know about anyone else, but as soon as I wake up on comp day, I am calculating times and making sure everyone stays on task to ensure we are not late. I don't know about other cheer moms, but even when my husband is with me during that comp weekend, if he didn't have to work and he was able to attend, I feel that responsibility lies solely on me to make sure everyone stays on task. My husband is very helpful, but I still feel completely responsible. So in true cheer mom fashion, on competition mornings, I am usually in a complete panic. Although, if I am being honest, this is not the hardest part of competition mornings, right? As a cheer mom, the hardest part for me is hair and makeup. This never goes smoothly, never. And now that I have a teenager, I wake up on those mornings and I am fully ready and armored for an argument and all the eye rolls that I will be receiving. It's difficult to keep everybody on time to the schedule because, you can't be late for competition. So yeah, comp mornings are difficult, but once we get to the comp, it all tends to smooth itself out. Mostly because we are dropping the kids at the meet area. So being a cheer mom, no doubt, is hard work. It's something that I am enjoying, and I am so thankful for all the cheer parents at the gym. Comp weekend would not be the same without the crew. I am blessed that my kids continue to enjoy the sport as well, because I would probably still be part of this gym even if they weren't athletes there, if I'm being 100% honest. So let's talk a little bit about how I became a cheer coach, and let me give you some background on that journey. I coach for a local school in my area. I got involved with coaching about 6 years ago. They had a developmental cheerleading clinic, and I volunteered for that because, as most of us parents, we have to do volunteer hours at the school. So at the end of the developmental cheer clinic, the coach came up to me and said, I want to start an elementary competitive cheer team here at the school, and I would like you to be the team mom. I've cheered in junior high and high school, and I was like, absolutely, that's amazing. Of course, I'll do it 100% for sure. I remember I had another volunteer mom next to me, and she pointed at me and started laughing and was like, that's a difficult job. Little did I know that she was 100% correct. I let the coach know that I didn't mind doing it, and I was, I would try being a cheer mom and see how that went. And she assured me it would not be too much on my plate. She told me you just have to send out a few messages to the parents. It's not a big deal. It'll be a lot of fun. It'll be just a half year team. We go to 2 competitions. They'll be super cute. And I was fully sold. Came home, told my husband about it, and off we went on our cheer journey. So I agreed, of course, to be the team mom. And I thought it would be a good opportunity for my oldest at the time, who was old enough to join the team, to see if she would like the sport of cheer. A little side note, my oldest also had tried soccer, and she didn't really like soccer. She came home at the end of the season and said, it's too much running for me and I don't want to go back. But luckily she fell in love with cheerleading. So here we are, starting off our first season at the time in competitive cheer. I have no idea what I am doing, and parent messages started coming in and they never stopped. So shout out to all my cheer team moms. You are the glue that keeps us together, between the coaches and the families, all the information and the parents, and keeping track of everything for the team. But I have to say, looking back, I really enjoyed it. The elementary program at the school took off quickly, and I think it's a unique and great opportunity for the elementary kids to have that access to the sport at their school at such a young age. The school also had a middle school sideline team, and they still have all these teams. They have a middle school competitive team, and obviously the varsity sideline and competitive teams as well. We ended up going to state competition in Daytona, Florida, and we also went to nationals in Orlando, Florida, and it was just awesome. It was our first year taking an elementary team for the school. We knew we weren't going to place high, but the kids really enjoyed it, and we enjoyed it as parents as well. Unfortunately, the coach that started the program off had to move to Georgia with her family, and so they had another coach come in, and she was awesome. I was also the cheer mom during most of the time for that season, and she did a great job. But again, she also had to move out of state and ended up moving to Tennessee. After the last coach moved to Tennessee, I was asked to coach the cheer team. I brought on an amazing assistant coach to help, and we navigated those score sheets together and asked all the questions, and we still do to this day, because I am blessed that she is still coaching with me. The program has really evolved. Not only has the program evolved, but I have as well in this coaching position. I cheered in junior high and a bit in high school, and I really wanted to take my team and really bring out the skills the athletes had and make sure we were placing at least top 3 at nationals for my first year as a coach. So I've been coaching now for about 5 years, involved with the program for 7. I currently coach the elementary impact competitive team. I coach the middle school sideline team. I also coach the middle school sideline game day team. And I coach the middle school competitive team. And they compete in an impact division. So this past season, I took 4 teams to nationals. And that was a little stressful, to be honest. But I really do enjoy coaching and continuing to be a part of this sport in a different capacity. I have to say that every season, I just learned so much. Cheer is super subjective. For all of you listening who don't know, all 2 of you listening, this sport is so subjective. You work for months and months to go out and perform for 2 minutes and 30 seconds, and certain things that you think are going to work as a coach and look super amazing for your team and the routine. And when you get your score sheets back, you realize it didn't work as well as you thought of might have. And you're like, what is happening right now? Of course, there are those times where you go out there and it goes just like you imagined it, and you end up winning nationals. But that all comes with the territory of coaching this sport for sure. I feel blessed that I could continue to do it and continue coaching and continue to be a cheer mom. I am definitely one of those parents. And for those of you who are listening and know that I am 100% in support of this sport. Quick side note. So last season, the All-Star Gym we are a part of, just to give you an example of what type of cheer mom and cheer coach I am, they took their junior and senior teams to Tennessee for an out-of-state competition. How exciting is that? Except that my 2 kids were in youth and mini divisions, and those 2 divisions were not going to Tennessee. So I was a little bummed out about that because I wanted to go and cheer the gym on, of course. So I decided to go anyway and made a whole vacation out of it. We flew into Atlanta, stayed in a cabin in North Carolina, and sure enough, my family and I drove 3 hours to support the cheer gym during their competition out of state. So that is the type of cheer mom and cheer coach that I am. I am just 100% for this sport all the time. So it is no surprise that I wanted to do this podcast about cheerleading. I've been thinking about it for almost 2 years, and I decided that I would wait till I finished school. I was recently in school for my doctorate in nursing because in real life, I'm a nurse practitioner. Once I finished my doctorate, I spoke to my family and we decided this is something that I really should pursue. And I don't know if it'll take off. I don't know if it'll be amazing. I don't even know if it'll just be 2 people listening, which I am okay with. But I am really wanting to bring just the aspect of cheer mom and cheer coach into one podcast. And that concludes the first episode of the Cheer Chronicles podcast. Again, I am your host, Rosie. Thank you so much for listening.